Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this episode of Story Time with Uncle Njomo. Today, we'll be talking about cowardice. Cowardice, that is fear. Fear to express oneself, fear to act. I take those two principal areas. When you fear to express yourself anywhere, anytime, any day, if you fear to act when you have to act, you will want to use unorthodox methods to do so. And people who want to use unorthodox methods are always involved in the following. You gossip, you pretend, you undercut people, you get even into superstition because you withhold your opinion, you withhold your feeling, and you do not want to express yourself. Let me take you into an aspect of life in the 50s and the 60s and even the early 70s, which will demonstrate this issue of cowardice. When we were young, especially in primary school, the late 50s and the early 60s, there were boys who were what you would call today galang. They have no barriers. When they want to chat with girls, they chat very easily. Nothing stopping them. But then there were others who were cowards. They could not open their mouth in front of a girl. So they started looking for unorthodox methods to see how they could go close to these girls. Listen, they will go and meet native doctors for a solution. And there were two principal methods those days when we were young that they would tell those boys. You know, there is this plant called Comelina. When you touch it, the leaves fold. In local parlance, they call it "I know one palava." They would tell these boys, get 7 leaves, pluck 7 leaves of "I know one palava." Get 7 cubes of sugar. Go and boil. When you boil, you rub on your body and go towards where the girl is. Make sure you touch the girl. You are told that when you touch the girl and go, her head will just be mounting with love and looking for you, and she will come towards you. But my dear brothers and sisters, don't ask me, Njomo, was that true? I can't tell you. There were cases where a coincidence. Some boys did that because I had some of those friends who were cowards. They did that, and coincidentally, the girls came. But again, if you did that, you had a limitation. Once the girl came, you did not even know how to continue the conversation. Because you would think that you have to go and meet the medicine man again to tell you that if the girl comes, step 2, this is what you do. There was still another method. They would tell you to go and get 7 pins. When you get the 7 pins, go to the compound of those girls. If there is a tree somewhere around, take the pin. When you pin words, you call her name. Say, for example, Grace. But Grace, I'm not talking about you, none of the Graces. This is just an example. You take the pin and pin on the tree. Mom, Grace. Mom, Grace. Mom, Grace. Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. You pin Grace and you go away. You are happy that that girl will be affected in the house. And sometimes it was a coincidence. So the girl will just be turning in the house before you know she's out and coming towards your direction. And you will be convinced that it has worked. But I always say those things have their limitations. When the girl comes, you can't even continue from there because your whole life had been centered only around if you touch her, she will come. And probably they tell you when she comes, she will just say yes. Whose side? One day, one of these boys did that. And by coincidence, the girl came. The man was stuck. Could he talk to her? She was just looking at the man in the face. And then the girl asked, why did you want to see me? And the boy said, I just want us to be friends. And the girl said, are we enemies? But the man is stuck. Can he continue? Cannot continue. Because he had created a lot of limitations for himself, a coward, So, please, what we are saying today is don't be a coward. Learn how to express yourself. Learn how to act. Not that you get into a situation, after the discussion is over, you go behind and you start gossiping. That man, he be talk so. Only I don't be one show here. I don't be one just challenge here. You don't be one challenge. What were you waiting for? That is the work of a coward. Look, take this bondage off. Take a decision today that you will no longer be a coward. When you get into a meeting, don't be afraid that if you put on your opinion on the table, people might boo, people might say it's wrong. Nobody is perfect. If you are a coward, you don't want to talk in public. You fear to make mistakes that people will laugh at you. You will never learn. So, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, don't be a coward. Keep watching, and we'll be on with our next episode.